You're listening to Rambling Roads Mysteries, an audio drama. Episode 3, The Detour.
Thursday afternoon, I'm waiting for Theo for the walking tour. Not sure I'm up for a walk. I barely slept last night. That note on my door still echoes in my head. Watch where you step. Someone knows where I live and what car I drive. Maybe whoever left the note also took the map from my car. Someone definitely doesn't want me poking around the Hargrave woods. But who? Is it Alex Hargrave? Or the guy I saw with the pruning pole? Or someone from Heritage Tree Services who didn't like the questions I asked them on the phone? And I gave them my real name. Well, if someone's trying to scare me off, it's not going to work. I'm not walking away. I just need to stay 2 steps ahead. This tour with Theo, checking for conservation compliance, gives me the perfect cover. A reason to get back to the woods and find more evidence, to see if there's even more going on in the Hargrave woods and beyond. Theo told me to meet him in an alley off the square. I'm waiting next to a bronze statue, a man with one hand resting on a lathe, the other gripping a long-handled tool, curved and sharp. A gouge, I think? But the sculptor has him raising it almost like a dagger. He wears a flowing cloak, shoulder-length hair carved into sharp points. His tall bronze boots catch my eye. They're curiously polished, despite the bird droppings everywhere. I read the plaque. Silas Carrington, 1700 to 1765. Master turner. Relentless in craft and cause. Oh, Theo, you startled me.
You looked deep in thought. Everything okay?
Oh, just tired. Didn't sleep well. Squirrels in the carriage house walls. I was just getting acquainted with Mr. Carrington.
Ah, yes, our founding father of friction reduction. With chisel and gouge and lathe, Silas Carrington carved a path forward for Turner's Grove. His precision gears powered the mills, and his vision helped Turner's Grove shift from untamed forest to furniture empire.
The way he's gripping the gouge, it looks more like a weapon.
In his hands, it probably was. He shaped the town, but not always ethically. That's why he's tucked back here in this alley instead of in the square up on the green. Some still debate his legacy.
Interesting. So this tour today, Patriots and Poachers, is more on the nose than I realized.
I'll tell you, all about it. Ready to walk in their footsteps? Silas Carrington was born in 1700, the first in his family born on American soil. His father, a skilled woodworker from England, taught young Silas the trade as soon as he could hold a knife and a stick to whittle. By age 30, Silas had taken over the business. His father had died, and Silas was already a respected artisan. His shop made not just tables and chairs, but church pews, ship fittings, even gears for mills. Through his 40s and 50s, he served on town councils and guilds and trained scores of apprentices. But as Turner's Grove grew, Silas didn't just cut trees. He cut corners.
What do you mean?
Back then, the Crown had strict controls on forests and timber reserves. Silas made a deal with certain woodsmen. They harvested timber from lands beyond sanctioned zones. Under his direction, they secretly cut Crown timber to help fund militia supplies. Was it for patriotism or profit? Depends who you ask. Some say Silas shaped Turner's Grove and gave us a thriving industry. Others say he exploited the land, and we're still living with the consequences.
Complicated.
Lots of historical figures are. Was he evil? Maybe not. His work built this town. It helped fuel resistance efforts, supplies for a war he didn't quite live to see.
Sounds like you're on Team Silas.
Well, no. He used unethical methods, and we see the environmental cost today. Some people don't want to celebrate that legacy, and I get that. But I also think context matters. What drove him? Greed, a pressure to outdo his father, a hunger to leave a mark. If that statue could talk, I think Silas would have a lot to explain.
In my mind, when I picture Silas's face, he's muttering the words from the note I found, telling me to watch where I step. I try to focus on Theo's stories, something about timber laws, the King of England, but it's hard to watch my step and listen at the same time, and the trail he's turned onto isn't easy to navigate. This trail's so narrow. Ow! I think I just got snagged by a bush. You might want to widen it for accessibility. You've got some breathing room here, over 100 feet from a protected vernal pool, according to my zoning map. I can ask Walt and his volunteer trail stewards to help you with that.
Yeah, thanks. We could really use some boards over this muddy patch up ahead. It's important to make these walks more accessible.
I'm sure it's hard sometimes, preserving while thinking about the future.
That's my whole issue with Henry. He's stuck in time. Rambling roads won't survive if we don't evolve. We need more tourists, and we need to keep things interesting for locals too. But he's right about caring for this trail. It's older than your carriage house.
Really?
Yep, this used to be the cart path Silas's men used for sneaking timber out of this forest.
How'd they get trees out without anyone noticing?
For the big timber, they worked at night. It probably took days to cut down and move a white pine. For smaller trees, they'd carry wood by hand or sled. This path offered cover. Once they hit the main road, they could cart it out fast.
Am I hearing chainsaws?
Wood chipper. I've been hearing more of those since the last storm. Town crews are cleaning up everywhere. A big oak fell in my neighbor's yard, blocked her driveway. Took a tree crew 2 days to clear it. We were lucky it didn't hit our house.
That's scary. Where do you live?
Oh, I've got an apartment near the high school.
I thought you said it was a house. And I thought you said we.
It's a room over the garage, but I call it an apartment. My parents do too.
So you live at home?
It's a way station. I'm regrouping, saving some money.
I get it. Just be careful. Way stations can turn into permanent stops. I just left one. A 3-month dog walking gig turned into 3 years. Wood chipping, right on cue. Adds to the mood of your tour.
Well, it's not period accurate, of course. In Silas's day, they used axes.
Still, I'd love to check it out. It's coming from that direction, toward the Hargrave Woods. It's not too overgrown here. We could cut through.
We can't go on the Hargrave property. It's private.
We can get close. The Ashcroft Forest cuts off at this stream. See? It's right here on the map.
I don't know.
Theo, don't you run a shadow tour called Off the Beaten Path? And don't you lead a group directly onto private property where I live?
Okay, fair, but I pick my places and times carefully. People like the Hargraves have security cameras. I don't want to be caught trespassing, especially when I'm on Rambling Roads business. That could put the whole team at risk.
It's barely trespassing. Just a quick look. I just want to see what tree company they hired. If we get close, maybe I can see a truck with a logo or a sign.
Okay, just a quick detour. Can't hurt, I guess. So this little side trip, does it have anything to do with the questions you were asking at the museum about the market for wood?
I can't say much. Miriam wants me to stay in my lane. But yeah, I think timber poaching could still be happening here.
Seriously?
Some valuable trees are scattered in these woods. Some were cut without permits. Maybe when Eleanor Hargrave was too sick to notice. Maybe more recently. That's what I want to find out.
I knew something was up. The way you asked those questions, focused but casual, you reminded me of a newspaper reporter or something.
I was, for a little while.
Why'd you stop?
It's a long story.
I like long stories. Maybe you'll tell me another time?
Maybe. And maybe you'll tell me how you ended up at your way station.
Maybe.
Ah! Who's there?
Whoa, a deer. Okay, that got my heart rate up.
Mine too. Do you hear that?
The deer? It's gone.
No. The chipper. It stopped. Let's keep going. We stray farther from Theo's official route. I tell myself it's just a detour, but I know what I'm doing. I'm chasing a lead, dragging Theo along, using him as my cover. I don't want him to be caught on camera or get in trouble, but I can't let this opportunity slide.
And so we come to a stream, the border of the Hargrave Woods. This actually ties in with my tour. Some smugglers floated lighter pieces of timber out of the forest using rafts. This could have been one of those routes.
Fascinating. Huh. It's wider than I thought. I crossed somewhere else the other day, but that must have been farther upstream. Think we can find a crossing?
Let's try, though it might be deeper than usual. We've had a lot of rain.
We split up along the bank, searching for a fallen log or large stones. But there's no good crossing, not without getting soaked. Oh no, hear that? A truck! They're leaving! We missed them.
I'm sorry, we almost made it.
Ugh, I was hoping to see a company name. Let's head back and finish your tour. We head back toward the old cart path. Theo keeps talking, something about colonial timber laws. It was unfair. England making all the rules across an ocean. But I'm distracted. The deer bolting, my scream, the wood chipper stopping, the truck pulling out. Was that all coincidence? Or did I spook someone? Did my yells scare off workers in the middle of some sketchy job? I'm replaying it all in my head again when Theo stops short and I crash into him.
Oops, sorry. Look, see that tree over there? And the clump of shrubs. Look underneath.
A black plastic tarp? Trash, maybe? Walt would want me to check it out. It's a contractor bag, full of something. Oof, heavy.
Here, I'll grab one end, you grab the other. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ugh! This is really heavy. What's in it? A body?
Don't even joke about that. Okay, we've pulled it out far enough. Let's open it. Ready? Wood!
Looks like thick old branches. Maybe someone's collecting firewood?
Could be, but the cuts are clean. The bark's still moist. And here, see this? Dark sap seeping out.
It almost looks like it's bleeding.
Recent cuts.
There's some lighter wood in here, too. It smells like gum.
Wintergreen. And the darker pieces smell sweet and nutty. Black maple, yellow birch.
Wow, you know your trees.
I'm learning, with help. But I'm pretty sure this is wood from 2 different trees. Valuable trees.
You think we can drag this bag all the way back into town?
No way, it's too heavy. I'll take photos. Then we'll put it back exactly as we found it. The town owns this land. They'll want a report. I take photos and slip a pocket-sized chunk of wood in my coat pocket. I'm hoping to match it to one of the stumps I found on the Hargrave easement. Then we shove the bag back in its hiding place. Something tells me this is a hidden stash, just like the woodsman used to leave centuries ago. And this stash changes everything. Whoever's cutting trees isn't just targeting the Hargrave land. They're moving deeper into protected forest, expanding their reach. And I have a gut feeling someone's coming back for this stash, maybe soon. I get back to the office and find Miriam here on the phone. She gives me a long look. Yikes. Why? I had left a quick note on Office Scheduler that I was taking Walt's slot on the Rambling Roads tour dry run. He was slammed with site visits, so it seemed like a good way to help out. And Miriam hadn't been around all morning. I figured if she had a problem with it, I'd hear about it when I got back. That icy look she gives me tells me I was right. I slip past her into my closet of an office and try to edit Roots and Branches. But my head's not in the newsletter. Should I tell Miriam about the wood stash in the Ashcroft Forest? I want to. I wasn't trespassing. It's public access. But I'm scared. The stash wasn't on the walking tour route. It was closer to the Hargrave Woods, near the spot where Theo and I detoured so I could spy. I'm scrambling for a good reason why I was so far off route when my door opens, and Miriam's there.
That was an interesting phone call.
Who was it with?
Megan Hargrave.
Really?
She was calling for you.
Me? Why? That's weird.
That's what I thought. I told her you were out and offered to help. She wanted to let you know she'd emailed a document that turned up at her house. A misfiled invoice for tree removal contracted by Eleanor Hargrave 2 years ago.
Oh.
She sent a photo to the office email. Here, take a look on my phone.
Removal of 1 black walnut tree near kitchen garden. Heritage Tree Services.
She thought it might help with the easement inspection. Said you'd been asking her about tree work? When you visited them?
Yeah, super helpful. Thanks.
Evelyn, I can't pretend this is okay. I checked with Walt. He said he did not visit the Hargraves with you. You went without clearance, outside work hours, without even notifying them. That's not our process.
I'm sorry. I just thought I could follow up on the cut black walnut stumps. Ask a few questions, maybe.
Or maybe cause problems. Look, conservation compliance here is as much about relationships as regulations. That work order's perfectly legit, and the cut tree wasn't on the easement.
Walt and I did find 2 stumps on the easement, though, and a broken chainsaw piece, and...
If a couple of extra trees were taken, Eleanor Hargrave probably misfiled that paperwork, too. It may turn up eventually. We can't keep pressing. Megan already sounded defensive, like we're accusing them of something.
But there might be more trees missing because...
You work for a town conservation office. You're not a rogue journalist. And we're walking a tightrope with these landowners. They've got lawyers on speed dial.
Okay, noted.
Honestly, here's the thing. We've got 3 parcels. 3. Coming up for review that could be flipped to developers by year's end. I'm trying to save hundreds of acres from turning into condos, parking lots, or a golf course. I can't afford to rattle legacy landowners over 1 or 2 trees.
I understand.
I don't want the Hargraves poisoning the well, talking to their friends, spreading doubt about our office. Walt's report will mention a couple of stumps, some invasives they'll need to clear, then we're moving on.
His report? But we didn't even finish the inspection.
I'm sorry if I sound harsh, but we have to keep a tighter handle on this. If Rambling Roads Tours needs any more compliance checking of that tour route, from now on, I'm sending Walt or Layla. I saw you slotted yourself into Walt's tour. I didn't say anything because I thought you and Walt had arranged that. But then I found out that wasn't the case. Now I see it's part of a larger pattern. If you want to help Evelyn, I need you to follow our protocols. No surprises, no solo field trips. Clear?
Crystal. Miriam has a point, and I like that she cares. There's a lot of land to care about in this town, and I didn't realize how much of it was threatened. But small things, if they're ignored, they grow, like rot beneath the surface. I saw how corruption works at the paper. We dug up a lot of dirt. So no, I'm not convinced what the Hargraves are hiding is small. This could be big. I'm going to keep gathering evidence. And if I have to bring it to somebody else, like the police, I will. But first, I need help. And I know exactly who I need to reach out to. That evening, I find myself at the train station, waiting for Jordan. He texted me near the end of my workday, asking me to meet him there at 6. No explanation. Now I'm pacing the platform, wondering what this could possibly be about. Is he coming from somewhere, going somewhere, and taking me with him? I'm glad we're meeting, though, because suddenly I have a lot to tell him. Right after work, I couldn't stop thinking about the wood stash Theo and I found, so I drove to the edge of the forest, then ran back to check on it. I took a shortcut, using a detailed GIS map I found hanging above Layla's desk. I put on a baseball cap and a running jacket from my dog walking days, just to look like someone out for a jog, since I no longer had Theo for cover. Fortunately, I didn't see anyone except a woman in the distance walking her black lab. But when I got to the site, the stash was already gone. I was too late. Had someone seen Theo and I going through it? Had we been followed? Again, that note on my door repeated in my mind. Watch your step.
Evelyn, over here.
Jordan's waving at me on the opposite side of the track. I've been waiting on the outbound side. I check for trains, then run across the pedestrian bridge to meet him. Hey, Jordan. Looks like I was on the wrong track.
Nah, you're good. Thanks for meeting me on short notice. I wanted to show you something in person, not over text.
Oh, is that one of your trail cams?
Yeah, I was checking footage this afternoon. Something came up. Look here, lower left-hand corner. Legs. 2 people walking. The timestamp says this was today. And listen closely. It's faint, but you can hear one of them talking.
Okay, fair, but I pick my places and times carefully. People like the Hargraves have security cameras. I don't want to be caught trespassing, especially when I'm on Rambling Roads business. That could put the whole team at risk.
It's almost a confession. And this isn't just one guy. This is a team, a network, targeting the Hargraves. Maybe they call themselves Rambling Roads as a cover, a code name for their operation.
I hate to tell you this, Jordan, but Rambling Roads is a walking tours company, connected to the town museum. And that voice is someone I know, Theo Lambert. He works for them.
Are you sure? He sounds so sinister.
He's a friend, and a bit theatrical. Tour guide flair. And those other legs you see in the frame, those are mine. My hiking boots. I was there.
Right. So I dragged you out here to show you footage of you and your friend.
I was doing a walkthrough with Theo. Rambling Roads is planning a new tour through the Upper Ashcroft Forest about old-time timber smugglers, ironically. But I wasn't exactly above board with Theo. He was my cover. I needed to get back to the area without raising Miriam's eyebrows, so I convinced him to take a little detour to check out who might have been running a wood chipper near the Hargrave estate.
A wood chipper? Poachers wouldn't grind up the timber. That sounds like standard storm cleanup.
Maybe, unless they're grinding up unusable pieces from trees they took, or using the sound as cover while they cut more trees to sell.
Maybe. Plausible deniability. A company could look like they're doing one job while covering for another. So, did you see who it was? Was it Heritage, that tree company you mentioned?
Not sure. I mean, that company is suspicious. The complaints about sloppy work line up with the broken chainsaw piece Walt and I found with the sawdust piles left behind. I really hoped I'd see their truck or a work crew sign, but I just heard a truck leave the Hargrave Woods as we got close. Too late. Or maybe, conveniently, just in time.
Ugh, so close.
But we did find something else. Something big.
I'm listening.
I tell Jordan about the stash of wood in the contractor bags. I show him the photos on my phone. I tell him how it was gone when I checked after work. I hand him the wood sample I took from the scene.
Yeah, this isn't firewood. This was a haul. From the wood grain, I can see it's more yellow birch. And you've got birch and black walnut both in these photos.
I think you should put up a trail cam at the stash site. There's a pine tree and some shrubs. Perfect spot to hide one. Maybe it's a drop point they'll use again.
Good thinking. But my car's in the shop all weekend. That's why I'm taking the train.
You're heading out somewhere for work?
I have to go to Waltham. Won't be back till after 10. Here, you take this trail cam and set it up.
Me? I've never used one before.
Nothing to it. Just strap it to the tree or the shrubs. Push this button to set it. It's motion activated.
Maybe I should mount one of these on my front door.
Wait, why?
Someone left me a note. Told me to watch my step. Computer printed. No signature. I don't know if it's from Heritage. Maybe they traced my call, or the Hargraves. Maybe they didn't like my questions.
What? Evelyn, that note is a threat. Forget the cam. I'm taking it back. I'll handle it. The last thing you should do is go back there alone.
I know, and it's working. I'm looking over my shoulder a lot.
This changes everything. We're not just talking about illegal logging. This is intimidation. You have to report it.
Not yet. If I do, the police will want to talk to Walt, and then Miriam will get wind of it, and I'll get sidelined. We'll lose our shot at figuring this out.
But you could be in real danger. This could be the same person who took the map from your car. Maybe they followed you home, and then to this stash site.
I'll be extra careful. Let's give it the weekend. See what the trail cam turns up. If we don't have something solid by Monday, I'll go to Miriam. Or the police. I promise.
Fine, Monday. I don't love it. Actually, tell you what. I have a permit to be in the Ashcroft Forest to put up cameras, but it doesn't say how many. I have 3 more on hand that I can add in that area. First thing tomorrow, I'll move them as close to the Hargrave Woods border as I can, and by the spot where you found the stash. I don't think you should go back to the drop point. Even going back today was risky.
Don't you think we should find a way to get cameras there tonight? Won't the poachers work in the cover of darkness? They did in the old days. I learned that on the tour.
We're having some weather tonight, I hear. Strong winds again, and thunder. I think that might buy us some time, but it'll be clearing up by morning. We want the cams in position first thing, so I'm on it.
All right, thanks. I appreciate it. Can I ask you something? Why are you going out on a limb for me? This isn't exactly in your job description.
Protecting forests should be in everyone's job descriptions these days. The woods belong to all of us, even when they're on private land. And they belong to the birds, which are in my job description. And, well, it's kind of personal. I grew up next to a forest that got cut down for an office park. I'll never forget the sound of those chainsaws. It never left me. That's my train. I'll text you when I place all the trail cams tomorrow morning, and if anything shows up on the others.
Thanks, Jordan. And have a good time at... Sorry, where did you say you were going?
Oh, a thing for...
I'm not sure what Jordan was trying to say, but he made his why clear. He cares about the woods and everything in them. But what's my why? Is it about the trees? About being right? Or just proving I still matter? And cue the rain. I even get a severe thunderstorm warning on my phone. Maybe that's not a bad thing. As Jordan pointed out, bad weather could deter poachers from working tonight. If we get more storm damage, tree crews could be busy tomorrow. Starting to see how this whole business might work. A tree company gets hired to do legit work, like removing storm-damaged trees. Then they help themselves to extras, blending theft into the job. Whether the Hargraves hired Heritage for that and Megan Hargrave has buyers for veneer wood, still a mystery. Maybe the Hargraves don't know what's going on and are being taken advantage of. Maybe Eleanor Hargrave was swindled before them. The rain's picked up, and I'm feeling more unsettled since more questions than answers come to mind. Also, I'm starving. It's dinner time. I decide to stay in the area and look for a meal. An old-fashioned wooden sign hangs off a brick building, swinging in the breeze. The hollow tree. A soft orange light glows behind lace curtains. I head toward it like a moth to a flame. I'm greeted by a woman around my age, maybe a little younger. She has long, straight hair and a long crocheted sweater that sweeps the floor. Not exactly a restaurant uniform. And this place isn't serving food. I'm not exactly sure what it's serving. Dried herbs hang from the ceiling. Cabinets overflow with jars, soaps, lotions, books, picture frames, and more. It smells like tea and candles.
Good evening. I'm sorry to tell you, but I'm just closing up shop. If you're looking for something special, I can stay open a few more minutes.
Sorry, I thought this was a restaurant. What is this place?
I sell esoteric gifts. Curios, candles, and charms, tarot cards and teas, belladonna and bat wings. Kidding. Mostly.
Is this like a witchcraft shop?
Oh, I don't like to be classified. I carry things relevant to witches, past and present, mixed in with gifts, home decor, and a few oddities. People come in for the unusual and leave with dish towels and door knockers. You sure there's nothing you're in need of?
Got any charms for protection? I could probably use one.
Yes, they're extremely popular these days. Protection of person or protection of home?
Good question. Person, I guess? No, wait. Let's do home.
Here you go. This amulet does double duty. Hang it on your door or wear it around your neck. Just don't break the bottle, because it nullifies the spell.
Ew, what's in it?
Garlic. High potency to ward off negative energy and anyone who might wish you ill. Blended with dewdrops for softness. Infused with hope. Topped off with a twist of humor.
I can't resist. I'll take it.
That'll be $19.
For this tiny thing? Wow.
I'll throw in a free ghost story.
Oh, that's okay. I have to go.
Just a quick one. I'm closing anyway. They're free with any purchase.
Interesting business model.
It's great practice for my other work.
I'm really just out looking for dinner. Maybe another time.
Dino's Pizza, around the corner. Best slices in town.
Thanks. I probably shouldn't ask, but what is your other work?
It's this. Take a brochure. Take two, one for a friend.
Rambling Roads walking tours? You work for them?
All roads lead to Rambling Roads, eventually. I do the ghost tours. I was supposed to do one tonight, but it's been canceled for weather. I've had a lot of canceled tours lately. The stories just bottle up inside me. I have to let them out.
Huh. So you must know Theo Lambert and Henry Treadwell?
I do. Henry's my dad.
Oh!
And Theo, yeah, of course. Small company, small town. We went to high school together. I know everyone around here, living or dead. How do you know Theo?
I'm new to town. Started working at the conservation office. I did a walkthrough of the new tour today. Patriots and Poachers. I'm Evelyn Carlisle.
Nice to meet you. I'm Avery Treadwell.
I'll take a brochure and I'll plan to do your ghost tour once I get settled. I have a lot on my plate right now.
I understand. Are you sure I can't interest you in a micro ghost story? Consider it a sample.
Sure, why not?
Okay, so there's a statue in a cobblestone alley off town square. It's a man with a gouge in his hand, standing beside a lathe. You've seen it?
Yes, Silas Carrington. Theo told me about him.
But did he tell you of Silas's ghost who continues to roam?
I think he left that part out.
He would. Theo's still all about the daylight stuff. The interesting things happen at night. All right, legend has it, near the end of his life, Silas murdered a man in his workshop, a rival who came to steal his revolutionary design for a new mill part. Days later, Silas was murdered by the man's wife as revenge.
Wait, The wife was murdered, or she did the murdering?
Silas murdered a man. Then the man's wife murdered Silas. They say Silas still walks the streets and forest paths, a gouge in one hand, a chisel in the other, looking for anyone who digs too deep.
Whoa, that's creepy.
I know, right? That's just the short version. The full version is way more gruesome. I save it for the tour.
How do people know he's around? His ghost, I mean. Do they see him? Hear something?
They say that air takes on a sharper edge, and then you hear it. Shk, shk, shk.
What is that?
Metal whispering on stone. Silas, sharpening his tools. Shk, shk.
Got it. Okay, that is chilling, actually. Have you ever encountered Silas?
Sadly, no. I'd love to meet him someday. Maybe help put his mind at ease. Anyway, have a good evening, and be careful on the roads. Lots of tree branches come down around here in the winds.
I'm noticing that lately, yeah. I hope this is the last storm for a while. Seems like Turner's Grove could use a break.
Storms always bring things to the surface. They can be cleansing that way. Though, maybe some things are better left buried.
By the time I get back to the carriage house, the storm's really whipping up. I feel uneasy. Or maybe it's the Dino's pepperoni pizza, which I'm pretty sure was not the best slice in town. As I fumble for my house key, I check the door knocker. No new note. But when I turn the key, the doorknob falls off in my hand. The wood's rotted around it. Great. Of all nights, not to have a working lock. I hang the protection charm from Avery's shop right on the door knocker. I'm not superstitious. I don't even know why I bought the thing, except I'll take all the help I can get. My new lock? A big antique dresser shoved against the door. Then I call Judy Feldman.
Evelyn, I was just thinking of you. Are you weathering the storm?
So far, the lock broke on the front door and the knob came off. Could you send someone to look at it as soon as possible?
Oh dear. Always something with these old houses. This is one reason I want to sell it soon. I'll send my handyman over tomorrow.
Thanks.
I hope you're still comfortable. It's an old place, but it stood the test of time.
After talking to Judy, only mildly comforting, I lay in bed and listen to the wind howl. Judy selling the carriage house isn't news. Selling it soon? That's new. It reminds me this isn't home. I'm on borrowed time. Maybe that's why I haven't even fully unpacked. What did Theo call it? A way station? Yes. I'm at one too. I'm here to earn a little money, get some references, figure out my next steps. I can't mess up my job. The home I left before college? Dead to me. There's no going back. Maybe my best path forward is to break a big story. Timber poaching in Turner's Grove. I could pitch it to the Globe. Get my name back on a byline. I set my alarm for 5 a.m. and try to sleep. Jordan said he'd be out near the Hargrave property first thing. Wow, I barely slept last night between the wind and... What was that? It sounded like a massive tree going down, close to the carriage house. I throw on my clothes, grab a flashlight Judy keeps on a shelf, and run for the woods. It's still dark. I can't tell if I'm on a path or off. I head toward where I think the tree fell. Was it storm damage, or did somebody take it down? And then it hits me. Maybe I should have grabbed more than a flashlight. Maybe I need a weapon. I really didn't think this through. I look up, hoping the owl I'm hearing will guide me, and then I see it. A hole in the sky. A gash in the tree canopy, like something was ripped away. Startled birds flutter and chirp nearby. I walk closer, shining my light on the thick trunk, now on the ground, a tangled mess of broken trees and crashed undergrowth. If a tree falls in the woods and nobody hears it, well, I heard this one, and what I'm seeing isn't natural. I trace the lower trunk with my light. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Peeled bark, chunks of wood just missing, gouge marks. These aren't storm scars. They're deliberate, like someone harvested the tree. For burls, maybe. Those twisted knots with beautiful grain. This was a theft, a wound. Maybe all those cuts weakened the tree. And then I understand what I'm really seeing. Someone took parts from this tree. Deep wood cuts, grain exposed, and the burls gone. I get it now, what Jordan said, about how tree cutting feels personal. This sugar maple was alive less than an hour ago. Now it's gone. Someone took what they wanted and left it to die. This isn't about getting a great story anymore. It's about telling the truth and stopping this from happening again. Someone's here. I turn, forgetting to shut off my flashlight, and 20 feet away stands a man, a long tool in his hands. Oh my God, it's Silas Carrington. Or his ghost. I'm sure I can hear that. Shook. No, not a ghost. He's lifting a tool like a weapon. It's the pruning tool guy, and he's coming toward me. Fast.
You've been listening to Rambling Roads Mysteries, written by Diana Wren, produced by Hayden Robinson and Jonathan Crumpler, with sound design by Hayden Robinson. Recorded at the Western Piedmont Community College Production Studio in Morganton, North Carolina. For more about the author, the cast, the production team, and show notes, wander over to ramblingroadsmysteries.com.